the last sentence, last word of your ending. No pretending, I don't fabricate or fantasize. Before I execute, I meditate and strategize. Sing your mama roses, hold the pain to passerby. I get the bread, that's the only way I'm pacified.
Carolina born from a Carolina breed. Welcome to Carolina where them boys stack cheese.
Hey, man, what's happening, man? This is the Sweet Podcast. It's your boy, Yadda, man. I got my homeboy with me, Rob.
What up, what up?
You already know how it is, man. We had to come on here and we had to discuss some serious things real fast. Usually, at the Sweet Podcast, we try to talk about entrepreneurship, hip-hop, inspiration, due to the current events. Rest in peace, great boy. I felt like I need to bring somebody on here that I know could have this type of conversation with me about just being black in America at this point.
Dealing with what's going on, man.
And dealing with what's going on, man. There's a lot of emotional ups and downs going on through the last couple months, man. I just wanted to ask you to, let's just speak on it real fast, man.
Man, look, man, first off, man, like you say, condolences to everybody that been lost out here to the hands of the law and any unnecessary violence towards us in our community. R.i.p. Floyd, Josh, legend, you know, from a local standpoint, man. But you know, like you say, man, the times now, man, you know, the country is turned up, man, fed up about what's going on, what always been going on, man. You know,
why you feel like we seeing the type of reaction we seeing right now?
I think it's a different breed. You get what I'm saying? Like the country is different. This been going on before me and you even got here, obviously.
Absolutely.
Every generation that had their movement, they protest, they rise about it. But if you look how the world is now, or how the country is now, you got a system, you know, it's a systematic taught thing that when we talk about the police forces around here, they taught to actually hate. Let's be honest. You know, we all criminals in their eyes. You know, they talk about innocent until proven guilty, but in reality, you guilty until proven innocent. You know, the way they move. So when you got a system that still train and teach that way, and you got a whole country that's moving in the opposite direction, you're gonna have those problems. You get what I'm saying? Because there's always gonna be racist people out here. You know, it's a lot of ignorance, but at the same time, the race relations is way better. You know, as you got a young son, I got a young son, we got kids, and they don't have a clue. They can't even fathom some of the stuff that we went through or our grandparents went through. You know, a lot of them is actually colorblind.
You right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why when you talk about what's going on with the police, you have whites, blacks, Latinos, Asians. You know, you have all these folks stepping up like, yo, that's some bullshit. We can't have this. And to be honest, man, a lot of them people already encountered or went through some type of police brutality or mistreatment. Cause I mean, I could speak on it, a couple of situations. That happened to me here in the city and outside, you know, in different states. So my thing is, I think everybody's fed up. I think the problem is a lot of people don't know which direction to go. You get what I'm saying? And there's a lot of confusion on how to approach this situation. You have some people that's putting stuff together that want their face to be, you know, they want to use it as a platform. If we talking politicians or community active, whoever, but they're not understanding that, man, this is a goddamn war. You get what I'm saying? This is a war, man. This is a war. This ain't your Vietnam war or your Iraq war, but this is a damn war, man. A war for rights and a war for freedom in certain ways. You get what I'm saying? I can't think of a time in my lifetime where the whole country was active. These many cities burning, looting, protesting, rioting at one time about a cause, you know. And a lot of people say this because of George Floyd. Nah, man, it was a build up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now,
oh, it's George Floyd. I thought it was Gregory. My bad.
oh no. So George Floyd. That's why I've been saying whichever, man. But we know what we're talking about. But it's a build up, man. All the way back to damn Sean Bell.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. It's a point in itself that we can't necessarily grasp his name like that because it's so big, so many of them. Right. It's to the point now to where I had a conversation with one of my partners last night, man, and it's like due to just the overall fact that in the last couple of years, it seems like it's been an increase of black people being killed at the hands of the police. I have no choice but to want to go into self-preservation mode if I get pulled over by police. And that's sad because we are supposed to call police to be the ones to serve and protect. But even with this whole Karen type situation, we see where the system, the arms of the law, the muscle, they can be called at any drop of a dime and they're going to come running to lay down the law however they see fit. Mm-hmm. And to me, I got a son I want to go home to. You know what I'm saying? I got a wife I want to go home to. Like, it gotta be more than this for me to be like, yo, I don't want to continue to go this way. I don't want to continue to just sit here and just let you think that your badge and your authority at your job and your uniform has the right to treat me like less of a man.
I agree, man. Listen, man, I've been raised as no matter who I'm dealing with, right? Mm-hmm. You're supposed to give respect.
Word.
To get respect.
Word.
And that's how I try to carry myself every day. You get what I'm saying? So when somebody hostile on me in a disrespectful way, automatically I'm going from 2 to 10. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To make sure, hey man, y'all need to temper that shit down.
Yeah.
Because that's not how I'm coming at you. You get what I'm saying? Only because the way I've been raised is, as a man, you show the next man, woman, whoever, next human being respect and expect the same amount back.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, and I've been in situations where police officers stopped me. I'll give you one situation. Man, we was young, college, back in 2003. Mm-hmm. Went to Atlanta to All-Star Weekend. On our way back, I never forget this. We got stopped in Gwinnett County. Police pulled us over. My homeboy took a little short time, a little longer than usual to pull over.
Yeah.
You in 5 lanes. He trying to figure this shit out. So we pulled over, man. The police come hauling ass to the car and was like, hey, I just needed you to run. Why you ain't run? He looking like what you talking about. I needed you to run. If I could shoot this shit up, I wanted you to run. I get back in my car and you were running. And I'm looking like, damn. You get what I'm saying? That was actually one of my first, it wasn't my first encounter, but it was my first encounter on just the arrogance of feeling you got this badge, you got this suit, that I could take you out.
And see, I don't understand why there's not a longer process to become an officer in the law, of the law. And the reason why I say that is because there's so many things that has to be vented. We need to go through all your social media to see whether or not you ever tweeted anything that has anything to do with any type of racial stuff. So we'll understand what type of person you are. Not saying you still can't be
a good person.
Maybe you had a moment. But at the same time, we need to, if this is a reoccurring thing, it's gonna show up. We need to we need to vet that.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it needs to be some type of police reform, not only in how they become policemen, but just little things that can be put in place. To make sure this get nips in the bud.
Man, we used to do when I was more out there stuffing this pavement.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on a couple of forums with police officers.
Yeah.
One thing that was clear to me, or I'm not sure if they even started it, but I suggested back then was, do you guys take your officers or cadets through a psychological test? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you make sure that they're psychologically capable to be police officers.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That's huge.
I know you take them through training, through shooting and things like that, but can they really handle that? Like, how do they feel about this person? I remember growing up, you said, man, most officers was motherfuckers who got their ass whooped when they was young. You get what I'm saying? Now they want to go back and whoop up on some folks. But you know, I mean that's probably a myth though.
I want to dive into that right there because I think there's something there. And the reason why I say that is because nobody never talks about the mental strength that a police officer has to have, not only dealing with the day-to-day life of being a police, of course, probably losing a brethren, you know what I'm saying, or a brother left to your right, but also the mental part of what if this person got low self-esteem? Because I feel like if you're a racist, to me that stems from low self-esteem for some reason. Well, if you got low self-esteem, that means in your mental, you need to do stuff to be accepted to boost your self-esteem.
Yeah.
To me, there's some underlying thing happening for why cops can be on camera and there's no shame for killing a black person on camera.
Yo,
and it makes me think that there's some type of kudos or some type of a rites of passage or something that's being done that we don't necessarily know about, man. And it's happening on camera with no shame.
You know, I look back at Floyd murder on camera last night, and you know, I looked at it differently. I said, let me look at it and just see the reaction of the officers. Let me see the emotions or if they had fear or not. I looked at that officer, man.
So you actually watched the video?
I watched it. I watched it a couple times. I don't mind. I watched it a couple times. Now I'm looking at this officer with his knee in this guy's neck. Right? We didn't see the other two at the time on this video.
No, we did.
But I'm looking in his eyes. He got his hands still in his pocket. And let's be honest, if you ever been in a scuffle, you ever choked somebody out or anything like that, you can literally feel their consciousness going away. They get limp, they get heavy. So if his knee was on his neck and he's still alive, obviously he felt the tension.
Yeah.
So you got your knee on this guy's neck after he's dead. So obviously it got limp, right? And you still have no emotions on your face. And on top of that, this the part was pissing me off. And then going back to what you're talking about, you know, they officers, obviously they got a brotherhood to a certain extent, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him with no look on his face. I'm looking at the other officer, you know, same way, hands in the pocket. No type of emotions. Another thing I picked up too, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be no conspiracy theories or nothing like that. I paid attention to the officers. I mean, not the ambulance when they pulled up. I mean, if you ever seen people EMS, like I'm like, damn, was those officers getting out that truck? EMS. Pay attention to that video, and I just paid attention to certain stuff like that just ain't clicked to me, man. But if it wasn't your intentions to kill this young man, your foot wouldn't have been on his neck that long. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And you know, and that's a problem, man. But not only that, man, just all the other incidents just all built up, man. You get what I'm saying? That hit me here only because, first of all, I'm a black man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a black man. Since we've been little, we always was taught that you gotta go 10 times harder to get what you want, because that shit given to you because who you are and the color of your skin. You know what I'm saying? Naturally, it shouldn't be like that, but from a system, it's like that. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, so absolutely. You got people in place.
Yeah, we have to prepare totally different. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, change gotta come, man. Change gotta come, and it's coming. And to ones who think like, oh, we just gotta get it voting, or we gotta get it rioting, or we gotta get it protesting, or we just gotta shut the hell up. None of that's gonna work. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be a collective effort. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be a collective effort. And one thing I feel that we just have to, as a community, man, I've been saying this a lot, as a community, we have to come up with core values as a community where we don't take certain stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like, we got to a point where we okay with us killing each other.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. We need.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to speak on that stuff right there too, because I feel like there's a lot of things that need to be addressed when it comes to that. And I'm gonna start with, like, let's say social media, like for instance, or the media period. I'm pretty sure there's been instances where a white dude has killed a black cop, or a black cop has killed a white civilian. You know what I mean? This is, I'm pretty sure it's happened.
Yeah.
However, we don't see those videos. If this is something that's happening over and over again, to keep the playing field fair, either we need to see those videos as well to feel a little bit like it's happening to them too, or we don't need to see the videos at all. And I vote for the latter. And here go the reason why. Because, like I asked you if you watched the video. I ain't watched the video. Here go the reason why, dog. I have clicked on every video previous to this. Inside, I really hate the way I feel when I see what's happening to our black brothers and sisters, and it's coming from who's supposed to be an authoritative figure. And these are supposed to be the people we trust. These are supposed to be in my most dire need of what's going on. I don't have no family, mama passed, daddy passed, sister drowned, brother burnt up in a fire, goddamn. I can call the police. If some shit going down, they can call for backup, get me out of my situation, and I can get a hug from somebody. I'm talking about at the end of the day. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
I think, but at a certain point in time, man, the culture of it changed. Let's be honest, I think the police force was started to protect property, right? That was the reason police force started to protect property.
And retrieve slaves ran away.
Yeah, definitely. So at some point that changed, right? At some point in our community, you know, like you just said, well, I don't even want to watch the video. I remember, you know, you ever seen them old videos, old movies where when the police or somebody come in town for somebody, like a Western, when somebody come in town, everybody shut their damn doors and they go mind their own business and get out the way. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I know for a fact, man, that actually was happening. Like, oh, that's the police. We ain't fucking shit. I'll give you a good example. An incident that happened when we was young. Not sure why the police was called, what happened, but it had nothing to do with where we was at. But it was in my neighborhood, right, like up the street. Something was going on. They came to each door, knocking on the door, stay in the house, get in the house, don't do nothing, lay on the floor. That's what the police telling us. I had to be like 8 years old. So we in the house on the floor. We hear something, boom, boom, boom. So what the hell is that? So they shooting flashbangs into this particular house. Whoever they was looking for got away. Now I'm 8 years old. Never forget this. I can still visualize it as I'm speaking about it. Got away, and he just happened to be on the backside of our house. Now we laying on the floor. So this like 5 minutes later after the flashbangs. So we look out the back window because we hear all the commotion.
Yeah.
Whoever the guy was, man, they got him in the ditch. In the back street in the ditch, beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Like 30 cops.
Yeah.
Now I'm 8 years old watching this, like, and that's the notion I got was, you don't want to mess with the county, but they'll beat you. The city won't. You understand? You know, you're from the city. But I remember the black cars. That's what I remember as a young man. When black cars come through, boy, they gonna get you. And I remember, and I always go back to seeing them 30 cops, 10 that got, and we never knew there was no video. You get what I'm saying? So imagine how many incidents that went on that nobody talked about. So it's a culture that's built up, and when you do something, if it's bad or good or whatever, and nobody never check it, you feel like you can do what the hell you want to do. You can do it anywhere. So I think it got to a certain level where they feel untouchable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they no way.
And I don't think it's all cops. Because I done came across a whole bunch of cops or people who were policemen, and they were gentlemen, like straight up treated you with respect, Just like they had no uniform on and they was a regular man.
Oh, I know a lot of people that's officers. That's good.
Yeah,
that's a fact. I know a lot. That's a fact.
But what we talking about are the ones with the low self-esteem, the ones that are dealing with racism. It might have been because of the way they was brought up. But understand why what we're now trying to discuss here is why is there not a vetting type situation in place for even if you are one of those racist people that came up in a racist culture, that can't be pinpointed before you put on a badge and they put a gun in your hand and then send you in a black neighborhood.
But why? My thing is, why not just people within the police department? Because it's definitely people higher than them. Why aren't they being checked? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the unknown rule? It's an unspoken rule that these guys and some women feel that they could get away with. You get what I'm saying? And they're not getting checked by the proper authorities. Let's be honest, man. How the hell Floyd get killed on camera? He's not the only one. An average person who did that would have got murder first degree. They charged him what, murder third degree?
And I don't
you get what I'm saying?
Murder third degree is like less than manslaughter, I think.
It's some crazy. Yeah,
it's like murder by accident.
Yeah, so third degree. We sit and watch this man emotions, his face, and that's what get everybody pissed off. And the other officers ain't even get charged. They still working.
And see,
let's go back to not even just that. And like I said, we talk about all incidents. You got a situation here where an officer killed a young man. A boy, a baby, and we don't even know his name. We don't know if he's still working. We don't know if he's still pulling the check that we pay for without taxpayers' dollars. You get what I'm saying? Right. We don't know shit like that. So it's so many things that can't nobody sit and say. Well, like, how could I don't get this? What I don't get. All right, and I don't want to sound angry, but I am pissed. But I don't want to. I want to speak and make everything right. But I can't wrap around my head on when. You already know why these people out here acting a fool, why they burning police cars, throwing rocks, and they pissed. And you know why they pissed, but you gonna say, well, these thugs and these agitators, yo, people fucking pissed. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, if somebody keeps slapping you in the face, obviously you gonna boil over.
Let's talk about, okay, boom. So let's talk about what you're saying now. The reason why I feel like there's some cops out there who can act a certain way when they know the situation is because of the culture. They came up and joined joined the police. They pretty much was preparing for a day like this. I bet you is, for lack of better terms, it's white cops out there who did get hard when it's time to put on riot gear. You know what I'm saying? Because they know I'm gonna be able to get away with a little something extra than I normally. Did you see
the officer? I think it was in California. He had his riot gear. He looking like, yeah, he ready. A girl told him, man, shut the fuck up, and he shot her with the rubber bullets. You get what I'm saying? And those what you're talking about.
See, it's too many situations where we got immature, unstable people wearing a badge, and now they get this sense of superiority that's even added to the white superiority complex they got in their mind, the way they want to come out here and do stuff like that, man, and really put it on Front Street like this how they feel. Another reason why I say I feel like it's a couple of things, but one of the reasons why I feel like this is because they put it on social media. You can scroll down social media and watch a black man run down the street and get shot in his back 4 or 5 times over and over and over and over again. I don't know why they don't censor this shit. I don't know why you never see no white person running from no black car getting shot in his back over and over and over again. You don't see those type of scenes. So it's still a value added to you emotionally when you do see a white person getting shot or beat. Because when a black person gets shot or beat, you scroll and see that every day. So now you desensitized to it.
So check this too. So I know what you just said. To be honest, now I'm 100% sure there's a lot of racist ass white cops, but to me, I think it's more of when we talk about the police force. I think it's the culture that's the problem, the system. And why I'm saying that, because the encounters I've had, the worst cops I encountered look just like me. I got the most bullshit, or I got the cop that being the nastiest look more like me, and that's sad to say. You get what I'm saying? On my encounters, now I done encountered some nasty ass white cops.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, I've been in situations where I see a brother like, okay, boom, and I think he feel that he gotta treat me a certain way because he looked like me, and then the way that I was treated, it wasn't respectful. You get what I'm saying?
And see, I got questions about that. For the black man that treat the other black man with less respect when you come across him in the street, is that a thing where it's so much of a hate culture for people outside of the badge or civilians, as you want to call them? That even now you feel like you can climb up some type of ladder if you treat your own people a certain way in front of the right people.
And you're right. And see, that's what I was getting at a certain time. You know, a lot of people don't want to talk about the police brutality and the black on black crime together, and I kind of agree with that. But what I'm saying now is, to me, I feel like we at war, right? So if me and you got problems, right? We gotta have some type of core values like, hey, fuck that, we getting shot at, we at war, we back to back, we gotta halt that shit and figure it out, because I can't go to war with you if I was shooting at you last night. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's friendly fire. We gotta figure out how not to have friendly fire. What you just said, as far as our culture, I think that systematically it gave it to us, and we adopted a hate culture. And what I mean by that is, like, if you look at the music, right? The music, drugs killing, right? Now, it's been like that for the longest now, but we got tons of good music. So when I say the system gave it to us, who picked the songs that's gonna be on the radio? You hear plenty of songs that when you first hear it, you like, man, that shit horrible.
Word.
But if it's on the radio 24/7, it's in your subconscious, and you're gonna end up liking it, or it just got a good ass beat. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the music today where it's deaf music. Like, you know what I'm saying? If people understand the power of volume and tones, right? Because it mess with your vibe. You know, you got certain rappers out here that sing that sad shit, that struggle shit, and you adopted it and you keep it. You get what I'm saying? If you look at the culture of gangs, when gangs started, it was to protect the hood. You know what I'm saying? At some particular point, when it got out of hand, nobody doubled back and corrected that shit. Not enough people. Cause I know some that's out there that's actually doing some good stuff. You get what I'm saying? But if you look at that, man, you look at certain stuff, and we're when I say we're as black Americans, and I mean we're literally the world trendsetters. The world look at us and they love our culture, but hate us as a people. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's where we don't backtrack and correct and understand or see that, because we have tons of genre of music other than gangster rap or whatever you want to call it. We got
artists. We got whatever you want.
You want to call it conscious rap. We got the neo soul. We got all types of stuff that's not into that. I call it deaf culture. You get what I'm saying? Now, me personally, I can listen to that stuff and it don't affect me. But if we got a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old that done got big on Snapchat, or done got big on what's the one that do all the dances? TikTok. You know, cause he's screaming, kill a nigga, hug a nigga, all this other shit, throwing up signs, and got tons of money in his hand, and he get 5 million views. Guess what? Boy, that's the new trend. You get what I'm saying?
Man, so unfortunately, that's where we at in rap. I mean, that's the thing too. The key thing about what you said about all that, it's a catalyst to it. Like, it's all negative, but it's a point where when you said, why is that on the radio, and it's affecting the younger kids, because as adults, we can turn on the radio, bob our head to the light. We like the beat. This nigga hit crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you can sit here and buy the beat. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I kind of, fifth time I done heard the song, I kind of like it now, you know what I'm saying? I'm not taking none of this serious.
Exactly.
This is WWF to me. You know what I'm saying? Like smoking mirrors, this dude probably don't even pop pills or snort coke or whatever. You dig what I'm saying? However, we older, we men, we got a filter on our brain. We understand that.
Yeah.
Let your 11, 12-year-olds get hold of that. They ain't got no idea what's real. And they watch a video or two and they actually act it out in the video. So now they kind of see impressionable. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, I see that. I see
okay,
this.
if you know, me and you are we avid what's the word?
Hip hop enthusiasts.
Not even hip hop. I was getting on somewhere else. We're avid. I don't want to. You know, we avid arm collectors. That's
okay.
We avid arm collectors, right?
Okay.
We understand how to protect ourselves, our family, and stuff, right? So I'm gonna give you a good example of how when we talk about music, how effective it is. When you hear these young boys, they talking about Dracos and sticks. You get what I'm saying? Dracos and sticks. And drums.
Yeah.
No, you know, now that been around for forever, right?
Yeah.
But now I just watched the news last night. You know, the young brother got caught at the rally with the I think he had the Glock with the drum and the 70 rounds. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the only thing that came to my head was, I mean, literally he was prepared, but he wasn't prepared. He know about that because of that music. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, you right. Keep it 100. He wasn't prepared.
He wasn't prepared.
Because there's no reason in your damn life unless you shooting out one of them automatic Glocks.
Exactly.
Unless you shooting out one of them automatic Glocks.
Right?
For you to have a drum hanging out the bottom of your pistol. And I'm going to keep it.
That shows, and that goes back to what I was talking about Saturday. And I talk a little bit about this. You know, I went down to the protests or whatever, not the march, but down at the police station. And I went because, you know, some of my friends that was in Atlanta the night before, you know, we spoke, and they was down there, and it was like, yo, well, that wasn't us. Starting it, you know, and you like, you gotta look for this, and that, you know, see if it's in the city.
Word.
So I went down and I seen everything they talked about, and I was like, damn. So this really ain't us getting active like this.
Yeah.
But the sad thing that I seen was, other than that, I seen a bunch of babies, bro. Like the average age of, I say kids now that was there from 19 to about 22, 23. Right. It was a handful of 30-something, late 20s, and I probably 2 or 3 40s. You know what I'm saying? I can't even say I seen somebody in their 40s or 50s. So when I seen that, man, it was alarming because they was wild. It was like kids with no direction and no guidance and not prepared, understanding what's going on. And there was a lot of dangers out there. And I ain't talking about just the police. It was people watching them that could do them further harm. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, when we talk about our community being involved with this different stuff, where the guidance? Where we at? You know what I'm saying? Like us as black men, we can't forget.
I can't even let you continue without speaking on who you were saying. Who was watching them? Like who?
Oh man, the Klan was there for sure. I seen them. You know, so if they don't think they was there, they was there. The problem is when they think of the Klan, they think of sheets and hats, but they not really paying attention.
This is what I want to speak on real fast, man. Why when there is a Klan rally, they have security done by look like the highest mounted police in the land? You know what I'm saying? But when we having a peaceful march, it's things in place to make us pop out. Like I know you seen on Twitter the pallets of bricks that was set up outside the building. I know you seen the guy going up to people putting money in their hand to pop off. I know you seen the white guy going by the AutoZone, breaking all the glass, talking about we going in here. So it's just a whole lot of, not propaganda, but a lot of propaganda and instigation, man, to make this thing seem blown out of proportion. Well, really it's just a whole bunch of emotional black people that's fed up.
Well, and then another thing too, man, like I said earlier, it ain't just us, you know what I'm saying? It was definitely white people, Latino people, Korean people out there that's fed up to and fighting. It wasn't all white people wearing implants, and that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it was all different cultures out there. That was a beautiful thing, man. But they gotta understand, man, confusion is your enemy greatest weapon. You get what I'm saying? So that's the reason when you see certain stuff like that. Now from a Klan aspect, I think I think history get them protected. And what I mean by that is, ain't nobody fucking with the Klan. And what I mean by that, not fucking with them scared. I'm talking about we don't rock with you. So they know more people coming to fuck them up. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I was so back in 16, 17, when they came here, it was several different incidents. You get what I'm saying? But guess what? It was a bunch of us ready only because of history. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't no state, I don't give a damn nobody say, don't no state, don't no city want multiple deaths on their hand. It definitely had no protest.
And see, I think so, it's a lot of things that play here, like with social media and this whole thing that's going on. You know, back in the day, you had to kind of know somebody who knew somebody if you wanted to cause some type of revolution or some type of confusion in what we call our culture and our society. Now, it's like you got social media, you see something you don't like, you read 1 or 2 comments down and you can see somebody that feels just like you. Now y'all can click up, you know what I'm saying, or all y'all can figure out where y'all need to be to pop off together. You know what I'm saying? If that's what what's gonna happen.
But social media is like, it pull more people card than anything. You know what I'm saying? Most motherfuckers is keyboard warriors. You get what I'm saying? Like, they not really out here doing what they're supposed to do.
You just said
and the easiest thing for somebody to do is sit their ass behind a phone or a computer and type their life away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's different once you get out here and beat the pavement.
Word.
You get what I'm saying? So the social media is a emotion driver. You get what I'm saying?
That's the point I'm trying to drive home.
What people miss and don't really understand, man, you got think tanks out here to make you act a fool. You got think tanks out here to make you go buy certain shit. You got think tanks out here to make you go eat certain shit. Yeah. So, you know, it's deeper than what people think, and a lot of people think that shit ain't true. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think, oh, it's just a conspiracy theory. Man, you'll be surprised. You know what I'm saying? So truthfully, you know, it's almost like a percentage thing. Probably 3%, 4% really by the action, and 1% going overboard. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know what I'm saying? But everybody else,
man, it's a lot of ignorance out here too that got aggression, and ignorant aggression is like chaos.
Exactly, a lot of chaos.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of chaos.
You cannot move off your emotions.
That's the thing too. I feel like as older people, like you said, there wasn't a lot of older people out there. Me personally, I wasn't out there. I didn't know about the spot, but I ain't gonna lie, I don't necessarily know I would have went out there. And here go the reason why. I feel like I'm prepared and trained for another level in the game.
Oh yeah.
Not saying like, nobody's trying to be really badass or nothing like this.
Facts.
Here go my take on this. If there is a revolution and it was outside my door and it was time for my house to burn down too, guess what? My house got to go, because the revolution is bigger than me.
Fact.
You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. But here go the thing. It's a whole lot of people out here that have taught that revolution shit. As soon as they get outside their door, they want you to slow down and chill out.
Yeah.
At this point, for what we were dealing with for I don't know how many years and all our ancestors and shit, I just want to see shit better for my son. Not the same way it was for my parents, not the same way I feel like it was for me. So if this shit right here is gonna cultivate a better tomorrow for my son, then that's what we here for, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you know, I tell people, man, and everybody's not like, just because a person is not out there, that don't mean they ain't for it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
hell yeah.
I was saying earlier, like, you gotta look at rioters and protest. They the infantry. You get what I'm saying? They gotta understand, military got different branches. People do different shit. You go to war, you got people out there busting guns, you got think tanks, you got people behind the computers, you got people doing different things. You get what I'm saying? Everybody is gonna have to approach this problem in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? There's no one right answer. So with that being said, like, you know, everybody have to be on the same accord though, because the biggest and baddest motherfucker in all this is the system.
Yeah, I said this right here. While people was out there, we're gonna try to wrap this up here coming up, but I want to leave with this point. While people was out there doing the rioting and the rallying, I felt like it was a good time to just turn on the news and let my son see what was going on places we have driven past and we have been through. Like, you know where this is at. Look at what's going on here. Here's why. Just so happens, the movie Panther by Mario Van Peebles, is on YouTube. I haven't seen it on Hulu. I haven't seen it on Netflix. I haven't seen it on none of these streaming networks or whatever. But I know when I seen it when it came out back in the day, it was powerful, bro. To me,
still is.
It was powerful. And man, let me tell you, man, I want to say that Bright made me look for that movie and made me sit down with my son and make him understand not only what the Black Panther Party was, but what is also still needed in the community today as far as some type of structure and discipline, and also the fact that police brutality has been going on ever since we can go back from the beginning they got off the boat. Exactly. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, it's to the point now to where, just as a black man in America, man, what else we supposed to do? We gotta adjust.
Yeah. And I want to say, to my people out there, man, stop looking for faults. You get what I'm saying? Stop looking to blame, man, and just figure out what you're gonna do in your part, what you're gonna do to help. And y'all gotta understand too, and I always go back to it, man. Don't forget the youth. Don't forget the babies, bro, because that's really what's out there. And I'm talking to my older folks that just, like I say, sit on social media and just talk shit, ain't really doing that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, man, every youth is your kid, not just the one you birth, you know. Every person to me that's on a positive strive is my brother, my sister. You know what I'm saying? If you my opposition and just ain't moving the way I'm moving, you my opposition. You get what I'm saying? But with that said, man, we gotta get right. We gotta understand too, man. You gotta get out there. You gotta keep yourself in shape, stay healthy, because the Rona's still out there. So don't be out there if you ain't physically healthy or physically to do what you gotta do. Don't get your ass out there. Figure out another way.
Mind, body, and soul.
The ones that's out there, man, don't be so goddamn rogue, man. Learn to defend yourself and learn how to keep your ass alive. You get what I'm saying? That part. Learn how to keep your ass alive.
It's bigger than going to get a gun.
It's definitely you
learn how to use it. Yeah. Learn how to clean it.
And you're not getting no goddamn cool points for going to jail. That shit ain't cool. You get what I'm saying? To say that, hey man, I was in lockup because of the riots. No, man, that ain't what it's about, man. Organize, figure out your demands, and sit down intelligently with the ones who can make something happen.
Sometimes a review board would be awesome if they don't have one here. Police reform is definitely one of the things that can be in place. It's so many things that need to be tampered with and changed so we can get this running like a better America, man. It ain't about making America great again. It really is just about making America better, because what we got going on here, man,
it's crazy. And y'all gotta understand, man.
We don't have any leadership. I think today, my bad, I ain't mean to cut you off, but I think today was like the first day the president decided he wanted to come actually on TV
and say something.
Yeah. And I'm saying I'm looking at him for that, but you the president.
Yeah. And listen, man, like I said again, stop condemning these people, man. Like, they all you, man. They fighting for you. I don't give a damn. There wasn't no time on this earth when something had to change that people ain't fight, people ain't die for it. If you ain't out here, if you don't want to sacrifice your life or your good life, stay your ass in the house and figure out something else. But do not condemn these people out here that's doing what they gotta do, man.
Well, if you one of them people who gotta keep their mouth shut because of you in a certain situation, figure out you need to be plotting and planning on how you can get up out of that situation so you can speak.
Definitely, man.
You know what I'm saying? That type of thing.
I agree.
All that, man. It's always glad having your show. I mean, this is one of that was needed.
Definitely.
Hey, sound wisdom examining everyone's perspective, man. This is a sweet podcast, man. Your boy Yadda. I got my homeboy Rob with me. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share button, man. Rest in peace to the Floyd family. Condolences to the fam, man.
And the rest of everybody else that lost somebody in this struggle, man. Definitely, man. Condolences. Keep fighting. This is a fight. This is a war, man. But we definitely need change, and it's gonna come in a lot of different forms, man. I love.
Welcome to Carolina where them boys stack cheese.